Alright guys, today we're gonna be reacting to why Germans houses will never compare to American houses. This is from James Spray. Make sure you go to his channel, show some support. He does very good videos about Germany and the United States. He's been around the world and he just provides a nice perspective from a different angle. So shout out to James to just providing this great content to the YouTube universe. We're gonna react to this. We did a lot of videos regarding houses, so this is a nice segue to just get to a video like this. And I'm in the process of buying a house, so this will give a nice perspective and how Americans' houses can be kind of crazy sometimes. Make sure you like to subscribe. I really appreciate that. Make sure, excuse me, if you guys are watching me right now from wherever you are, make sure you go to the Discord, be part of the membership. And also, if you want to just support the channel, a super chat's gonna be fine, or simply um, PayPal or whatever account you guys have. I don't know how that works in German and Europe, but let's jump in. Let's just get into the video.
Wall made out of bricks and plaster. And look at how thick it is. 10 inches thick.
This is an American wall. It's made out of paper and air.
There's obviously many cultural differences when it comes
Yeah,
to
man, I hate that, man. I hate that, bro. How we make stupid at those. And you know what's crazy? I live in Wisconsin. You can see these kind of houses just popping up left and right. Man, I hate that. That's one of the things I really don't like about the United States, man.
Germany and America, and we can cover the 99 billion differences that Germany and America have between each other. But I wanted to cover a particular topic that has been a point of debate for at least the last few decades when it comes to German houses versus American houses. Now, we know down deep in our hearts there are benefits to both. You might not see what the overarching benefits are to American homes, and there might not be that many overarching benefits to German homes, but that's what this video is here for. In fact, I actually asked you guys what makes German homes better than American homes, because I was curious. First point was pretty interesting because you guys would not stop harping on the fact that German walls are impenetrable. They're impregnable. They are thicker and shit. Okay. And then you got the American walls that are made out of paper. Whenever there's a breeze that is over maybe 5 kilometers an hour or our houses fall over. Yes, they fall over. We have
You know
very
what's crazy
flimsy
now that he
houses
mentioned
over.
that? Those places like Arkansas, Missouri, even Tennessee, where you have a problem with tornadoes, man. Why are you not making bricks houses, man? You're making houses with, woods. I never understood that.
We're here in America, okay? And that's totally fine because there's other things that we have in response to that. But I will give you this, man. Whenever you gamer rage in America, you can feel like an absolute unit punching holes in your wall. You can make your walls look like a minefield in America. If you get into an argument with your best friends and you can't take it out on anybody but the walls will let you beat the shit out of them because they receive punches not good at all. They do not receive punches well at all. There will be holes like a blasting range all up in your shit, okay? It's crazy. And it's honestly comical. There's a lot of these clips of people punching their walls and they get mad at video games. They get mad in general. They get frustrated and they're like, oh my God, and they bust holes in their walls. It's crazy. That did not come out right, but you know what I'm saying. And y'all have a good point because I promise you, if you try the same thing in Germany that you try in America, as far as boxing walls goes, well,
These are.
your hands might.
That hurts. That hurts. That hurts. That hurts. That hurts, man. That was not fun. That was not fun, man. That hurts, bro. Wow, that really hurts, man. Ooh, that was a nice meme. Well, let's continue with the video.
Might not be hands anymore, okay? You might see a few bone spurs popping out of that precious skin of yours.
Hey, you know what's
Now,
crazy? In Puerto Rico, we build our houses with cement. And the process of the houses are very similar. I just don't get it. A $500,000 house in Puerto Rico will be in cement. Here's with woods. I just don't get it.
Walls in Germany are probably older than the oldest establishment in America. Let's take a look at some of your lovely comments about German houses in comparison to American houses. The top comment here says, German houses are at the same location when the wind comes. I get it. Our houses are flimsy. I covered that. At least our houses look modern. German house builders use a mixture of concrete and rebar with sand and limestone blockwork for the walls and plenty of insulation as well. Result is a strong and well insulated home that will stand the test of time. Do you understand how non-timeless American houses are? We rebuild our houses so often it's sickening. And
That's literally 4 pieces of wood put all together with tape.
for the houses that are not being rebuilt, they look something like this. They don't look pretty, bro. They look like if you take the wrong breath, they'll tip over. The world obviously is no stranger to natural disasters, and that's where German houses take the cake because America has plenty of natural disasters to go around for everybody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
But
man.
The houses
There we go.
don't normally.
Kansas, yeah. You have tornadoes while you're building in wood. Yeah, wood more expensive. You have to make something for these areas, man. You cannot just keep building in, woods, man.
Make it out alive, okay? Case in point, Hurricane Katrina. RIP for the people that lost their lives in Hurricane Katrina. But can you believe how many houses got packed up over the storm, bro? Obviously, the flooding was one thing, for sure. I get that. But the sheer amount of houses that were flattened because of the ridiculous winds was crazy. And look at the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina. Now, there have been plenty of natural disasters in Germany, and you won't see nearly a fraction of the damages that have been caused in America in Germany. Crazy, because the houses are built a little bit better, okay? Limestone, concrete, rebar. That's the recipe for broken hands and really trampled dreams if it comes to gamer rage, you know what I mean? But I digress. German houses have real
Wow, these people
walls.
really
They're
go
not made
in,
out
huh?
of paper.
These people really go in. Y'all need to chill, man. You guys Germany, yeah, you guys have to chill, man. You guys have to
You
chill.
do have a point there. Point number 2 ties into point number 1 very well, but also introduces a powerful advantage that American houses have over German houses, and it's insulation. Okay, German houses are very well insulated. Every single time I've brought up how German houses don't have this one trump card that America does, they all bring up the fact that German houses are well insulated. We do know that Germany is located up in the north, and it does get very cold. It's cold pretty consistently. I can vouch for that. I was in Germany in May, and I was surprised to see the temperatures were pretty much 16 degrees Celsius at times in the springtime, and I guess sometimes even 14 degrees Celsius, 12 degrees Celsius, and I'm like, what?
That's why that's 12 degrees Celsius. That will be what, almost 30 degrees Fahrenheit, almost, right? That's
Everywhere
low.
else in the world was at least like 20 degrees Celsius, 21 degrees Celsius, maybe 18 degrees Celsius at the coldest, but around the 20s when it came to Celsius. Yes, I'm an American using Celsius.
Oh, no shot.
It's probably never been heard of before, but I'm trying to conform to the rest of the world, and yeah, it's a little crazy. Anyways, German houses in general have that advantage. Obviously, they're built very air will get inside of the house that is unwanted, okay? So in the wintertime, if it's cold outside, it's gonna be warm inside. My problem, and that's where I introduced the solution, and where American houses win by far, is air conditioning.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, man. I don't think you guys have that in Europe, man. Air conditioner. Hey, man. Hey, telling for. Hey, I'm from the Caribbean, from Puerto Rico, man. Air conditioners are a game changer. You cannot practice piano if you're in a college. Hear me out. You're college. And you have a piano, Steinway, and it's 110 degrees outside, and you're practicing piano in a small room. No way you're gonna practice piano for more than 30 minutes. No way. It's insane, bro. You're gonna cook yourself like a microwave. Yeah, we have the AC, man.
Have AC, okay? Not many. Now, a lot of you guys are saying, we don't need them because our houses are built. Global warming is my answer to global warming. That's my answer to that. Have you not seen how hot it gets as of late? The last 5 to 10 years have been pretty relentless. As far as the global warming epidemic goes, it is very much a thing. It is not a myth, and I've seen it myself. Now, for as cold as it was in Germany during the time that I was there, it equally got just as hot, and I was very surprised. I was like, whoa, hold on.
Interesting. It got equally hot. So it means that some days will get cold because here in Wisconsin the weather's getting very good, right? So some days it's in the 75 and some days in the 40s, right? But it feels good. It feels very good.
Germany can get this hot? That's crazy. Because there was a day where temperature was like in like the, 17 degrees Celsius and jumped up to 26 degrees Celsius. I was like, what? First of all, I went from freezing to cooking. It didn't make any sense. And then, of course, going over to some of the homies' houses and stuff like that, they didn't have AC. So you know what was happening? We were cooking, my guy. We were cooking because you know what happened? In a dark, concealed area that has heat hitting on the outside of the
Yep.
establishment,
You start
have
cooking yourself.
created an oven. Okay, you guys have effectively created livable ovens. That's what that is. And that only really matters during the summer months or whenever it potentially can get hot. So I do see the flaws of my logic. But wouldn't you like to be the avatar? Huh? Wouldn't you? Who wouldn't want to be the avatar? Wouldn't you want to control the elements in your house? So you can, turn the AC hot if you wanted to. You can turn the heat on, or you can make it cold, right? You can control how cold it gets in your house. The point of air conditioning, you can condition your environment. Now, if you don't care to use the air conditioning unit, you don't have to use it, but you use it in situations of dire emergency when it is crazy hot outside, which, like I said, global warming has changed a lot of things. The polar ice caps ain't polar ice capping anymore, is what I'm saying. That's where American houses win, because every single American house comes with the state-of-the-art air conditioning unit. Now, they might not all work very well, but they definitely...
Man, he's good, bro. When it comes down to video editing, he's good, man. He's very good.
They do work to the point that they are effective. They're expected in American houses. If you buy a house without an AC unit, what are you doing? Okay, what are you doing? You must be crazy.
Crazy? I was crazy once.
You must be smoking that shit. There's no way on this earth that you're living life without an AC unit in your house. Now, in Germany, I know a lot of you guys are like, well, I am. What do you mean? I also know that the argument is that it's very expensive for people in Germany to have an AC unit in their house. Now, while it might be desired, it's not required. Because
Really? Expensive in Europe? An AC unit, bro? You can find that literally AC unit for $90, man. That'll be what? $70? $80? European, I forgot, not dollars. When you transfer it from dollar to euro, thank you, baby. That's not a lot.
since I literally just brought up global warming, it's bad for the environment. I get that. Because most German homes don't have air conditioning, and while there are many factors to consider, primarily air conditioning is highly inefficient. Wow. It's expensive to install and operate, and it's not cost effective. And it's only really beneficial for a few weeks out of each summer. So that whole bit that I just did, complaining about the AC, y'all can thug it out for a few weeks. Now this comment right here, whoo! We use stone concrete instead of paper and wood, except in Hessen, we have half-timbered houses, Fachwerk, which is kind of special and simply beautiful, but old and mostly restored. Frankfurt's downtown around Römer was completely renewed, and it's perfectly done. You have to see this, mate. Another example is Bayern and Nordfriesland. Different styles, different benefits, adapting to, at its location. All of them are well done. And that's generally how things work, right? The houses are built based upon the region that they're located in. It has a lot to do with weather, terrain, a lot of little things. Makes sense is all I'm saying. Why can America do it effectively is what I'm wondering. Why are American houses so cheaply made? Okay, well, according to Forbes right here, workmanship has declined in parallel. There continue to be expert craftsmen, carpenters, roofers, painters who work with precision and pride, but
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. It just feels weird too. I mean, even the labor force is weak, right? We like to hire illegal immigrants, right? To do this kind of jobs, which is not bad. It's not wrong. It's wrong because then you put in your citizens in the backbone. When I was in New York City, the only reason they didn't want to hire me, the bricklayers, right? All that stuff is because I was a citizen. Is that not crazy? Because they had to report. They had to report that they are just giving wages to somebody. That's why I didn't get any jobs in New York City for construction. That's crazy. But, it's just, I don't know why, man. We be falling behind when it comes to standard. The houses look beautiful. Some of these houses, man, big, beautiful. For $100,000, $400,000, you can get a big house. But the material can be kind of flimsy, man.
they are increasingly being pushed out by cheaper labor with inferior skills.
There we go. What did I tell you? What did I tell you?
It seems like the reason why America is so low quality when it comes to its architecture in general. Capitalism. Cheaper labor equals cheaper product. Okay. Cheaper labor. You don't pay your workers as much. You won't get a quality.
No, that's not what it meant, James. It meant that low skilled workers. They're trying to get some profit, so they just hire low skilled workers. But it's not capitalism, because capitalism can say, you know what, I can hire better workers for a better product for low profits. But that means I get a better outcome to just buy, to be more recommended, right? So this kind of comes down to what I said, like, not all the companies, right? Not all the companies. A lot of Americans, they're just figuring out that this is not the way to go. They're just going to different routes where they're hiring more skilled workers to make a better product. And you can see in some of the houses how, okay, this one was built with high skilled workers. This one was, built with very low skilled worker. It happens.
Effort, which leads to a very shoddy product, which is how you have events that have been occurring, collapsing houses, collapsing bridges, really terribly made pipe systems and everything. It's making a lot more sense why America's infrastructure is garbage. Global warming, the length of time that it remains hot is extending. Climate change has already led to significant temperature increase in Germany. The average temperature in the past decade was approximately 2 degrees Celsius above the pre-industrial level, and 8 of the 10 hottest summers since the beginning of the systematic weather records in 1881 were recorded in the last 30 years. That's the issue. And so I'm like, people low-key have been in talks about the desire to put ACs in their house. There's no pressure. There's obviously no pressure. I'm just saying that's the only thing American houses got that we got over you guys is the AC. We got our AC. Any house I go to, I can at least say, boom, AC. Now in Germany, I know it's not necessary. And after visiting, I understand a lot of you guys' argument. Obviously, you can put up with a few weeks of hot weather and save yourself a tremendous amount of money annually by just simply not having an AC. So I tried fighting the good fight for our American houses, but once again, we've taken another L. Let's move on to another interesting ordeal. The interior of German houses versus the interior of American houses. This conversation can go on for eons. There's several things.
That's interesting. That's a good point. There's two very different styles. So
in all of these comparison videos, the reactions of several American YouTubers that, have checked out these videos as well, including myself and a lot of other fellow creators as well. All of our jaws always drop when the following things are mentioned to not be in German houses at all upon purchasing them. Number 1. What the fuck? Ovens. How do y'all not have like ovens, bro, in your kitchens? I know you can't.
That is a good point. That is a good point.
And have ovens, and you can buy your own oven. This is renting and buying. Let's just talk about renting. A lot of time, what you're renting is literally the shell of the apartment, and Germany makes that very, very clear.
Damn.
When you rent an apartment or a home, you walk in there, and there's nothing. Okay. You go to the kitchen area, there's no stove, there's no oven, It's just counters and cabinets. There's no refrigerator. With every single house I've seen and that I've rented, they all come standard with a fridge and an oven, at the least. Bringing in a third thing that always exists in American homes are built-in closets, okay? Now, I know you guys are like, that don't even matter, James. Just go out and buy yourself a closet. Okay. Why are we buying extra things for the house that should be installed? That's what I'm asking. When you build a house, wouldn't you build a storage room? We have pantries in America. I'm pretty sure you guys have pantries as well in Germany. I think that's something that every place, every home, or at least a variety of homes have, right? You have a storage place in your house somewhere. Why do German houses and American houses both have attics? Y'all have attics?
Well, let me just play the devil's advocate here, okay? It just comes down to culture, right? So, remember, in the American culture, we have a lot of Anglo-Saxon or Asian, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a component that just, I guess, it just brought some of these ideas to up front, like, I don't know, man. Like, I cannot have an apartment or a house without closet. That's me. I need to have my closet. I need to have my 2 restrooms because I need to have some privacy. And not only that, I like to just, extend my arms a little bit. It just, I think, comes down with culture. I think this is more like a culture aspect.
Attics, we have attics. Similarities, right? Culture shock. Okay. So, hear me out. Why don't y'all have closets? We all wear clothes, do we not? You know what I'm saying? Why don't we have closets? That's like something that should have been like standard with every house. Like, okay, forget
In the world?
ovens, forget the fridges. Yeah, those all add to your bills and stuff, and you should be able to choose what type of fridge, what type of
Man,
oven
wait,
you have.
how do you guys cook, man? You're telling me you guys cut some wood and put it? No, man. I think based on what I saw in these videos, they had to bring their own oven, right? You have to bring your own fridge. You have to bring your own sink to the new places. Now, why is that? I have no idea. No idea. But it seems like that's the case.
I get that. That's the argument that's made a lot. I've had this conversation with many people. I mean, a lot of you guys as well. It's like, okay, cool. You want to be able to choose the type of oven you have. Obviously, when you get a lot of the ovens, when you're renting from people, the inside's kind of dirty because it has had a little bit of use to it. Same with the fridge. The fridge can be a little worn or old or whatever, and you want a different fridge. I get that. You want the freedom to choose. I get that. However, what about the closet space? If you want more closet space, you could always buy an additional closet or a dresser or whatever, but closets are beneficial. I mean, where do you store your shoes or your outfits or your whatever? I mean,
Very
you guys
beneficial.
have to buy an actual separate closet, and to me that was crazy because there's a lot of friends of mine that don't actually have built IKEA closets. You'll go into their place and then they just have their clothes piled up somewhere.
What? Really? That's crazy, man. Really?
Is fine.
Y'all
but no,
need. Oh,
that
hold
issue's not-
on. You guys have to tell me this is true or not, but because that's insane, bro. Now you have to have your own place where you put your own clothes, but it might be his experience, right? Maybe some of you guys might have your own closet because based on a lot of these videos, there was space for a closet. I don't think that's, interesting, huh? I don't know.
Even an issue if you have a closet. You could pile your clothes up in a closet and at least close the door and be like, bam, now my place is clean, you know? Google has to have a good answer. And actually, you guys can let me know in the comments down below. Why don't most German houses come with built-in closets? In Germany, most, and I'm talking like 90% of the
Wow.
homes do not have separate rooms.
That's crazy. 90% of the homes do not have separate rooms or closet. Instead, German will buy furniture to hang. That is interesting. That's actually very interesting. Very interesting. So it's a cultural thing. See, this is a little
rooms
different.
as a closet. Instead, Germans will buy furniture to hang and store their clothing. The furniture or Kleiderschrank, clothing closet, is usually the height of the room and deep enough to hang clothes. But why? Why are there no closets in Germany? Then somebody else asked this question too. Probably the same reasons why many don't have hallways. Wow. These were built-in design elements that were introduced in the late.
Probably the same reason many don't have hallways, huh? They were built in design elements that were introduced in the late 19th century, in the early 20th century, mostly in the U.S. Okay, so this is more like an American thing. Okay. So the closet and all the stuff is just an American thing, even though a lot of places in Latin America, even in Australia, probably in the UK, I don't know the UK, but they have very similar style. But it seems when you go more into those Anglo-Saxon or Saxon areas, they probably don't have that. They don't have that kind of mindset when it comes down to houses. It's just a different way of seeing things. That's what it is.
19th and early 20th century, mostly in the U.S. Instead of closets, wardrobes and floor chests were used for clothes and other types of storage. I guess that makes more sense. Don't make sense now, you know what I'm saying? Like 21st century, get with the times, you know? It makes sense for older homes, but we're always redesigning older homes and stuff, right? But the difference, though, is I think it is very difficult to alter an older home that's sturdy, that's withstood the test of time.
Yeah.
Than like our
Personally, if you see a home that is being strong, it's been there for more than 100 years, it's just one of those things you don't want to mess it up, man. There's something about us humans that like to preserve experience that you can see and you can tell that house went through a lot. So you don't want to mess it up. You want to just leave it as it is.
flimsy houses in America. Our houses might be flimsy, but they're easy to customize because they're flimsy. They're like really cheaply
point.
made Lego blocks, right? We could easily take our houses apart, add new custom gadgets and
point.
gizmos to them. Now I know your rebuttal might be, well, yeah, but then another, God forbid, thunderstorm happens and your house is gone. Yes, I get that, but you can build our houses back up in 9 minutes. You guys are still building the dome, bro. It's not finished yet.
Shout out to the Cologne, man. Hey, shout out to Cologne. That's a beautiful church, man.
I'm trying to fight the good fight, guys. Listen, I know you guys win, but listen, I'm trying to fight the good fight. I'm trying. Now, let's address the window situation, right? Because that scared the bejeebus out of me. Y'all's windows, they open 2 ways. They probably open 3 ways, actually. Anyways, they open from the top of them, I think, open from the bottom. I think. I'm not sure about the bottom part. I might just be talking over my ass there, but they definitely open from the top and from the side.
So they
And
open
the
for
thing is,
different
you guys'
sides.
Windows are big as fuck. Okay. Now that right there alone, I think completely annihilates American homes. When I went over to Crispy Rob's house, I went over there for a little bit. He opened the top of the window, right? There's a big window pane that leads to outside. I mean, it looked like a glass door almost. It looked like a glass door. And he undid the latch to the top of this glass pane / door thing, and it came down, and I thought it was gonna kill me. I thought I was going to die. I was freaking out. But turns out it's just an effective way to let air in the house without having to open the whole thing wide open.
That's beautiful,
It
right?
comes open like that, and then it locks the bottom.
Really, James? Huh? Well, I think he's from Chicago, so that's different, right? Well, these kind of designs are all over here in Midwest. Even my windows right now, I can literally just open them. But not that. I mean, listen. United States is just changing in a lot of ways, right? Their designs. I know in Puerto Rico they have these hurricane, what they call the hurricane windows, which the one that you, they're made of metal. Like you have to really those are they're kind of flimsy and they're kind of weird. However, they do hold very good against hurricanes, man. That you have to really you really have to push and turn them with a little bit of that, hum to it. However, they're very good against hurricanes, but they're not the best. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe state by state. I don't know what's the issue. I know New York was bad, man. New York was bad. Those windows, man, they were not even windows. You don't even know you have windows. Isn't that funny? I didn't even know they look like windows. They didn't work like windows because you try to open. You're like, hold on, this kind of sealed. Am I just gonna break the entire building if I open the window? However, when it comes down here to the Midwest, you can open the windows like, pop. You don't have to open the window all the way, just a little bit.
Locks. Everything else locks.
So I think it's just
you can open the top of your window and you're good. I was like, wow, that's impressive. But you can also open it up all the way. My issue in the past was that, okay, well, creatures like birds and bears and bunnies and goblins can run in your house if you open your whole window up, but that's not common, right? I mean, how
Very
many times
uncommon.
have you guys had like a bird fly in your house? Now I will say this, when I was on Discord, y'all should join my Discord server because I do be talking to you guys a lot, and we have movie nights every Friday. Anyways, wasps would be getting in my friends' rooms all
Oh
the
wow,
time
that's dangerous. No, that's dangerous. That's. I have a solution for that. Hear me out, James. Just pull a screen. Put it like what? Is the window's going down probably in 45 degrees, right? You put a screen, I will say like half a feet away, right? And that way, when the windows goes down, it will not touch the screen. There you go. No.
because they would leave their windows open and there was no safety net that would keep them out. So they would open these big, humongous ass windows and
that's beautiful.
literally all the wasps and their best friend were throwing parties in the room. I thought that was crazy. On top of that,
Let's
too,
go.
allegedly you guys have 3 pane windows. And of course, the following comment is concrete stone walls, insulation, triple glass windows, the window frames, clay shingles. Now, if I'm being honest here, I didn't even really know that German windows were triple paned. I thought
That's
they were
crazy.
double paned, but triple paned? I
Triple
didn't
paned.
realize that was a thing. Isn't that what they use on presidential bulletproof cars? Jeez. in Germany, like your windows are thick as fuck. Y'all are ready. A sniper
Yeah.
couldn't shoot a 50 cal through your window. Listen, somebody could shoot a spitball through one of the windows in America, okay? Because the integrity of the glass in America
It's very
is
weak.
abominable, bro.
It's very weak.
Abominable. There's a lot of pros and cons. There's not very many cons of German homes. I'm just gonna say that right now. Y'all know that. I know that. Everybody knows that. But what if we took both of the pros from both cultures and combined them? Because
Yeah, that's what that's what it comes down. That's what it comes down. You know, because both sides they kind of have the good and then have the bad. You can get, listen, an American house, you can get a lot of square foot. I'm talking about 3,400, 5,000 square foot plus acres on top of that. 1, 2, 3 acres for 500,000. I mean, I'm talking about space.
There are some places in Germany.
But then
that
you
do
put
have
a little bit of that German design to it. You're building a castle, man.
like the hotels. And that's probably effective. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Maybe it's not cost effective at all. But like having the option to have AC installed, even though it literally said it would be very expensive, if there was a less expensive way to install an AC in the houses in Germany, that would be cool because it would give you the option to use it. Like I said, if you chose not to use the AC,
you don't have to.
No foul, because your bill would remain the same. The only thing that would like change, I guess, is the installation cost of the AC. But in very, very crazily hot summer months, you want to have AC, bro. Example, I was living in Arizona, which is in the center of Satan's butthole, and literally
that's
the
hot.
AC broke in my apartment. For one day, I was contemplating all the shitty things I did to anybody in my life in that 24-hour period because it was literally so hot. I could cook steak on.
Yeah, it can get hot in Arizona. It can get to 120 Fahrenheit, which is what, 160 Celsius, I think, 60 degrees Celsius. Am I doing the math here correctly? Am I doing the math correctly? 60 degrees Celsius? Is that 120 Fahrenheit? Let me know in the comment section.
On my floor, bro. I had to get a hotel because it was too hot in my house. Inside of my house was like 40 grad, bro. It was hot. And it didn't get fixed for a while. I was actually in a hotel for like a week because the repair people are so slow. So what I will say is this. The way that houses are built has a lot to do with where you're located, right? America is massive. America is like 50 Germanys. So I do get the fact that the integrity of the homes varies by location. Generally speaking, I will riddle you this. If you guys had the option of getting an AC installed in your homes for free, the only thing you had to pay for was the extra.
He's really, listen, he's trying to sell you the AC. He's like, man, I'm not going to lie. AC is a game changer, folks. You guys have no idea. It is a game changer. It is a game changer, man. I'm telling you.
Electricity it costs for you to use the AC during the month.
Okay, what about, okay, I'll meet you in the middle. What if you don't have to buy an AC, but buy a little AC, the cube AC, put some water, and at least turn it on in your living room? Hey, cost effective. It's already charged. You don't have to do anything. Just make sure you pour some water into the little cube, put it in the living room, let it do his thing for a couple hours, and boom. Hey, it's not an AC. It's not an AC, but at least keep the room fresh, man. Because I'm telling you, bro, like 120 degrees, 110 degrees in Arizona, it's hard to beat without AC, man. Even though they did it in a lot of years, but a lot of these people would not last long. 40, 50 years, man. You get cooked, man. In those deserts, you get cooked.
You've used the AC, would you guys get an AC installed? I'm saying that because, like I said, the climate is changing. It used to be very, 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 very cold. You guys used to have a window, like a very tiny window when it would get blazing hot. But last year, y'all had record-breaking heat. Record-breaking heat. And that is because of global warming. And I know that ACs are not a green move. That is not a green move at all. That's anti-green, to be honest. But still, I think comfort comes first. Going back to the window statement I made earlier, by the way, one thing that I really love about German homes, oh my God, the outside
That's
shutters.
beautiful.
That to me is God tier. That's God tier. When I saw that, I'm like, you can stop the sun before it even touches the outside of the glass of your house. That I think is why you guys were saying that you're good during the summer months, because the shears outside that you guys have prevents the sun from
coming in
the hell out of the inside of your house. Even though I think that it's still at points it still gets pretty hot, but it's not hot to the point where it's insufferable. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Anyways, this whole video was me ranting and raving about the differences, the benefits, and
it was good, man.
of German homes.
Hey, shout out to James. Very good video, man. Very good video. Very good video. I think he has great points. I think I agree for most of them. Um, yeah. If you get if you can combine both, right, and make it one, you're getting a nice outcome. You nice a little bit outcome because a lot of the American houses you have to really be careful, man. They will literally put four pieces of paper held up with a rotten wood, and all of a sudden your house is just breaking in the middle. So you have to be very careful. Well, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'd love to hear you guys' opinion. I will see you in the next one.